Hello and welcome to the latest episode of the vSphere Breakroom Chat. I'm Glen Simon, Product Marketing Manager for vSphere. In this series, we bring VMware and partner experts to talk about VMware's vSphere, as well as any related technologies. For today's episode, we're talking about a new service available within vSphere Plus called the Capacity Service. And our experts today are Sajan and Karthik. Welcome both of you to our Breakroom Chat today.
Hello.
Hello.
All right. So first of all, what is the new this new capacity service in vSphere Plus?
So this allows the capacity planning in the vSphere Plus console, Glenn.
Okay. So when we talk about capacity planning, what is it and why is it critical?
Yeah, it's a good question. So capacity planning in a cloud environment is a crucial aspect of cloud computing. So it usually helps the business and enterprises ensure that their applications and services can scale, perform optimally while controlling the cost. And one important fact that when you think about capacity planning, it is like a multi-dimensional thing. So if I need to effectively do capacity planning, I need to have a deep understanding of the cloud environment, the underlying infrastructure, and the workloads and the application which runs on top of it. So we are bringing this capacity feature right now, which is available on the area operations, previously known as the vRealize operations, by taking advantage of the well-proven AML-based algorithms to predict the capacity for VMware's infrastructure.
Right. So who would benefit most from this, and what problems does it solve for them?
It's mainly two type of persons, either the VA admins in your organization or the cloud admins who use the vSphere Plus console to manage the virtual infrastructure. And at the same console, they could see whether the infra's capacity is running out. They could also use that information to understand, hey, what's my time remaining or capacity remaining of my clusters?
Time remaining. Okay, so it sounds like it's kind of like, okay, just when you say capacity, I mean things like memory, CPU, storage, that's
Exactly.
the typical
Yes.
resources.
Yes.
And hey, am I running out anywhere? Do I need to, I suppose maybe in one case it's fire drills, right? It's, oh no, I'm running short here over here, but maybe getting earlier warnings on that. And then maybe proactively kind of monitoring that. Is that kind of, do I have that right?
Yes, you're absolutely correct, right? And when you really think about in an infrastructure, what actually runs on top of the infrastructure? Either your applications or the services. And as an admin, I have one problem is that my application has to have a consistent performance and it is not constrained for the resources. That is precisely where this capacity OVV is going to help the admin, right? Before the capacity runs out, as you highlighted, like for the CPU, whether it is CPU, storage, or memory, before it runs out, and we would be able to predict it and say that, hey, admin, now your infrastructure has a problem and it may run out by this many number of days. Better take an action now. And a second way, a second use case when I think is that suddenly somebody is coming, hey, a new application, we need to move into the production and I need to move this application. And then I need to think about, do I have enough capacity in my infrastructure to add this particular application? So that's where the main highlights coming, right? And now it is available right in your vSphere Plus console admin, and you just need to buy a click, take a look and figure out, hey, it's available.
So yeah, let's talk about that. So this is not something requires an extra purchase, right? It's just part of vSphere Plus. How do they actually turn on or activate it?
That is the good news. It's on. You just get the vSphere Plus and it's right there as a separate tab.
Okay, so yeah, it's one of the things we talk about with vSphere Plus is a lot of the functionality is delivered through services, and so you don't need to install anything or maintain anything. It just magically lights up right in the cloud console.
Spot on.
Great. All right. Well, do you have anything to that you can show us and see how this thing looks?
Sure. Let me share my screen. So I have a vSphere Plus subscription, and once I log in, I have this Launchpad. And to go to the capacity service, I click on infrastructure operations, and it shows events, securities, and capacity. So this is the data powered by vRelease operations, and it quickly shows on the number of data centers, how many clusters, and how many clusters with vSAN enabled, host, and number of VMs, and how many powered off, and quick snapshot on time remaining and capacity remaining data. And to see more data, click on View Details, and it shows the consolidated view and the breakup of the status for time remaining and capacity remaining. And if you want to delve into a specific cluster, you can choose the cluster and expand, and you can see the quick summary of the cluster and how much time I have, how many days I have until my cluster is going to fully occupied or utilized, and the capacity, how much resources I have in the capacity. And to see more details, I can click on View Details, and it shows the graph of with the spikes and the usable capacity limit. And in case if I see the spikes on the higher side or lower side, I can zoom into it and understand what exactly it is, and understand whether it is a legitimate usage or it is something bad.
So that's interesting. So not only can you sort of project, okay, based on prior usage patterns, we expect you're going to probably run out of capacity like in a certain number of days or weeks or something like that. But it looks like you can also look for maybe certain periods where utilization spiked. Maybe, I don't know, if usage was, you know, for whatever reason, if there was a problem, or if there was a mistake, you know, in terms of doing migrations and someone did something wrong, you can see and then troubleshoot or figure out the root cause.
You're spot on. Exactly. Yeah.
Wow, that's nice.
And you can do that for CPU, memory, and storage.
Mm-hmm. And you mentioned that there's some AI behind this, I guess, to kind of figure out and project when you may run out. Is that kind of what the AI is doing?
Yes. So you can see here. So this is the usable capacity on the top, and this is your projected usage. So in case if it's going to run out, so the graph will be on the upper side, and then you will know when it's going to exactly run out of the spaces,
Wow.
either on the CPU, memory, or storage.
Wow, this is nice. So obviously a lot of powerful capabilities just included in vSphere Plus, but I can see there's some, you know, that we've leveraged this technology from ARIA operations. Are there, you know, things that this can't do that maybe you might need to look at something, you know, ARIA operations, for example?
Yeah, sure. So here what it shows is the watt part. And if you want to optimize it further, then you have to take the full power of ARIA operations. You can do that by requesting a free trial. So either in the ARIA operations on-prem or the ARIA operations cloud, right?
Okay.
And if you like what you see, then you can subscribe to it. And once you subscribe, then both the buttons will disappear, and then you can straight away go to the ARIA operations.
I see. So this gives you monitoring and visibility, but if you want to optimize and actually take action, that's when you would want to maybe look at upgrading to ARIA operations.
Yeah. Okay. Exactly. And
right.
the time remaining and capacity remaining and the capacity service is a very small portion of what ARIA operations can do. And once you purchase or access to the free trial, you can do much more. For example, you can customize a dashboard, you can do a workload optimization, and you can reclaim the resources, and so on.
Yeah, and it doesn't cost you anything to do a free trial, so that's nice.
Definitely.
Okay, well, this has been great. Where can people learn more about the new capacity service in vSphere Plus?
Sure, I have a blog which talks about what exactly it does, and the data flow, and in-depth overview on how to access, and explanation for time remaining and capacity remaining.
Okay, excellent. Thank you. Well, you know what? With that, let's. I think we've come to the end of this episode. Thanks, Sajan and Karthik, for joining us today. If you like this episode, please join us again next week for the next episode. This is your host, Glen Simon, signing off, and have a great day, evening, night, and week. Bye for next time.